Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dark Match. As usual, I am No Leaf Clover.
I'm Tiefus, and I'm in the danger zone!
I'm Mr. War Machine, and that was the lamest opening ever.
You haven't seen Archer.
And I am your foxy friend Backlash, and as usual, I have nothing really interesting to say.
Well, here's the thing. Usually at this point, we would do Ultimate Warrior tweets or the Iron Sheik tweets or something like that. Neither one of them has said anything interesting. But here's how uninteresting Impact is. We just spent the last, 40 minutes doing everything possible to avoid talking about this fucking show. There is a feud going on the Spoonie Experiment forums that's more interesting than anything fucking happening in TNA right now.
You know what? I can sum up this week's Impact in basically one thing. Shit happened, and it's the same shit you've been getting for the past 3 years.
I'm still shocked that Noli thought that forum thing was interesting, but holy shit,
It's more interesting than Impact.
It's more interesting than anything happening on Impact right now.
Well, we've avoided it as long as we possibly could. Let's talk about this fucking show. All right. We kick it off looking at No Surrender, which I didn't watch, so I guess it's a good thing that they decided to show a recap.
Hell yeah.
Nobody watched it. That's
that shit.
Recap.
We were the only people that watched it, and we lost that show. Wait, no, we didn't lose that
show.
It showed Bobby Roode winning Victory Road series or Bound for Glory series, and Kurt Angle winning retaining the world title, thanks to Hulk Hogan. And I've already lost interest. I gotta say, I'm pretty glad I didn't have to watch that pay-per-view, because really, if you can't even get me to care about a Robert Roode match, and I love me some Robert Roode.
Well, that's the thing. The pay-per-view itself was probably one of the better pay-per-views that TNA has put on in a long fucking time. From top to the main event was but generally speaking,
the top.
Well, the whole
from bottom of the card to the top of the card, which was it was a much better show than what they put on recently.
Well, the whole thing with Bobby Roode would have been interesting if the Bound for Glory series wasn't utter shit. It's been utter shit since the beginning. They made a complete joke out of it.
And it wouldn't suck if it didn't take 3 months to get to the finals, and they didn't even have the finals at Bound for fucking Glory. I mean, Jesus Christ, they had 5 fuck finishes tonight, but, at least none of them were, super overbooked fuck finishes, but they were all botched.
Okay, so you did say fuck finishes. I was just about to ask you if you actually said that.
I said fuck finish.
That should go wow.
Anyways, Ric Flair comes out to the ring and wants to have a little chat.
By the way, this segment was actually this is actually one of the refilmed segments that periodically happens on Impact where where something apparently, from my reading of the spoilers, it sounded to me like the first version of this was a lot more of Sting and Ric Flair going back and forth, but being very respectful of one another, and it sounded like a very good promo. And then I scroll down in the results, I see Ric Flair and Sting decide to come back out, and they're going to retape the other promo, and this one is more angry, because, you can't have anything fucking subtle!
Since I didn't get to read a tweet, I think I'm going to bust out the Ric Flair impersonation again here and try and describe this promo. Sting! Sting! You get your ass out here! You want to get to Hogan, you gotta go through me! I'm a god! Woo! 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 Woo!
He then begins telling Sting that Sting isn't in the clique, he's in the clique. And if Sting doesn't stop getting crazy, he'll call Hunter right now.
And then he jumped out of his car, yelled, "Woo, my Nature Boys!" because he was really put out there and ran up and assaulted the other driver for cutting him off. He put a third on his title belt, and you know what? It's not really all that fun. This is kind of sad, actually. I'm depressed.
So,
what are you talking about? Tonight, you're going to fight God.
I didn't know God rippled when he smacked him.
he starts asking Sting if it's cold where he lives, if it's cold outside, and why does he have to sit inside and call him? No one really knows what the fuck he's talking about, but it was entertaining nonetheless. Sting.
He must have Alzheimer's by now.
Yeah,
Sting in his purple and pink jacket. God damn it, Liberace Sting.
I was just about to say that.
I thought we were calling it
Joker of all things.
So Sting says, "Well, if that's the way it is."
Real quick, the thing is, even though this is the reshoot, the one thing they did get right in the reshoot that they got wrong in the first shoot was they toned down the subtle jabs at WWE.
Yeah, they did. I will say that was an improvement because Sting apparently in that first promo made a reference to Ric Flair going up north.
Going to work in New York.
Oh yeah, going to New York, which is about the most dated wrestling reference ever nowadays. Yeah.
Well, it's still geographically accurate.
So Sting basically says after Ric Flair's finished losing his mind, he says, "Well, if that's the way it is, then you're going to die tonight, Rick." It's just like, yeah, we've kind of already settled on this. Ric Flair's going to die in the ring. There's no two ways about it.
It's the only way he can settle his finances.
Oh.
And he tells Rick to take off his robe, and suddenly this became Bruiser Brody levels of homoerotica.
Gosh, wow.
Flair was in the danger zone.
Flair's little head.
Flair was about to get pounced. Period.
Oh, you were bitching about that the other night, and now you're doing it?
Yeah, seriously.
I was going to do it once.
It's pretty bad for lesbian rants about how gay your outfits are.
So security comes out and separates the two, and Sting's basically like, "Oh, you got lucky," and then security holds Sting back. Cut to Jeff Hardy arriving in the Impact Zone.
Yay! Because we want to see him on TV again.
The triumphant return of who the fuck is this guy?
Now, opening segments with Ric Flair are always entertaining, no matter what he's doing. Namely because every time I hear and see him now, I can't take him seriously anymore, so I always just wind up giggling uncontrollably.
You know what? When he started this promo and he's talking to the cameraman, he sits down, did anyone else think it looked like he was taking a dump?
Doesn't it look like he's taking a dump? You see the vein on his forehead?
Yeah, he always looks like he's concentrating super hard on something.
No, but that's what I thought during this promo. Like he's talking about disappointing the boys, disappointing the fans.
Because he can't wear his pins underneath his twin tights, so he has to concentrate really hard on that.
I have a screen cap of Ric Flair that I used to use as my background for my computer. That had there not been a crowd of people behind him, looked like he would be sitting on a toilet.
I know what you're talking about. Holy shit.
And, it's just... Ric Flair, at this point, that's how he concentrates and remembers what he's supposed to say. Because if he just walked out there relaxed, number one, he'd lose all bowel control. But two, he'd completely forget what he was going to say. And you don't really want Ric Flair to go off the cuff.
Well, he has to yell at
if you let Ric Flair go out there with the live mic, he'll go out there and cut a promo about how him and Triple H make all the virgins bleed.
They'll make a woman out of him.
He said that on TV, and then everybody was like, why don't they ever let Ric Flair talk? That's why they don't let Ric Flair talk.
Because for a man...
There's such a difference between WWE and TNA. It's like, WWE, oh, Ric Flair better put on his nice pants. That's the good show. TNA, yeah, fuck this bullshit. I'm taking the mashed potatoes.
Anyway.
So enough about Ric Flair's pants. There are actually wrestling matches on this wrestling show. Who'd have thunk?
What?
First, we get Jeff Hardy saying that he's going to apologize to everybody.
Yeah. Well, we already covered that.
Are we really going with the AA angle, where he's got to go around and apologize to people? Is that where we're settling?
That's where we're going right now for tonight.
Motherfucker. All right.
Motherfucker.
Motherfuckers.
Owls.
Shut up. Not starting that. Stop.
Let's just move on. Mexican America versus Devon the Pope and the Knockouts Tag Team Champions Brooke Tessmacher and Tara.
They're calling her Brooke Tessmacher now?
That's what they're calling her.
Okay, so Pope
They've been
says hi to
calling
Devon's kids, and Miss Tessmacher tears her shirt off and does a mini strip show, which would have been awesome had it not been TNA and I knew I wasn't going to see anything.
It would have been awesome if they filmed it the right way, which they
It would
didn't.
have been awesome if they were real.
It would have been awesome if they had actually got Pope looking at Tessmacher's ass on camera.
Instead of Devon's crotch.
All right.
Was this match any good to anybody? Because I honestly I can't remember a single thing.
It was decent, and then it just kind of went a little crazy, and I lost track of it.
The
It
one
was your
thing,
typical Mexican America match.
Did anyone else see the Pope cutting a promo where he goes, "Well, you know, Daddy, the Pope is just so hungry for salvation." He just grabs Devon and kisses him.
Jesus. It's kind of like
that's what
how...
he'd be yelling by the end of the night, yeah.
one thing I noticed about this match was that the psychology of it was just in their tag matches. There's not really any psychology to speak of. You know how it's supposed to be like, you know, the faces come in and they have like.
All right, dude, you're talking about TNA and you're talking about psychology. Let it go.
There was just no method to any of the madness.
It's TNA.
You would expect that.
It's a TNA mixed gender tag team match.
But they have agents.
No.
They have agents. No. They have people who have done this shit.
They had the Red Rooster.
No, Terry Taylor doesn't work there anymore. Terry Taylor doesn't work there anymore.
No,
I don't think we can really add anything to this match. I completely lost track of what was happening at the end. I don't think there was any structure left in the match because...
This is the one match that had a fuck finish that didn't suck. No, wait, no. No, that's something else.
No.
Am I?
The finish of this was
I'm thinking of last week. Holy shit.
The finish of this was Devon and Pope take out Chavo Bagwell and Hernandez, and Tara gives Sarita a choke powerbomb, and Tessmacher gives Rosita the Hurricane Rana. Double pin, 1, 2, 3. Your winners, the faces.
Because nothing screams power wrestler like a woman the size of Victoria.
Well, she is noticeably bigger than probably a lot. I mean, like...
But she's still tiny.
Yeah.
By comparison.
Yeah,
Oh, son of a bitch. I forgot about this next segment, so...
Oh, this is where I checked out for the rest of the night. This show lost me, and it didn't get me back.
All right, bring on the Tracy Brooks jokes. Go ahead, just get it over with.
No, I can't even do them.
No, I saw Karen on TV. She started talking. I just grabbed the catnip from my cat. Like, seriously, catnip. I started snorting catnip.
I don't even want to talk about Tracy Brooks' boobs after watching this goddamn segment. This was so obnoxiously in-your-face annoying that it just makes me want to punch a puppy.
Her fucking voice.
The worst thing about it is that it's so obvious. It's so obvious that Karen's not on TV because she's talented at all. She's on TV because she's sucking Jeff Jarrett's cock. And I wouldn't have a problem with that if she didn't fucking talk. If she was just like Deborah and just knew her role and shut her mouth, I would have no problem. But the fact that she talks and they try and give her this fucking gimmick, it drives me up a fucking wall. The gist of this promo is Karen's a cunt and Tracy Brooks doesn't like her. Bingo.
No one gives a shit.
No.
Let me try and explain.
I think the worst part about it is that it was so obviously scripted. Like, neither of them cut their lines in any sense of a natural way at all.
No, here's what the gist of this was. They're setting up their own little Bound for Glory series that there's going to be like a four corners match for the Knockouts title at Bound for Glory because it worked so good last year.
I feel like it just got kicked in the balls.
And Mickey's not getting her rematch because Karen's a cunt.
Oh, yeah, that was that.
And Madison Rain sucking.
Oh, my God, you're so sweet.
Yeah, all the heels are
no, seriously, that was a fucking line from this fucking segment.
She's so
all the heels are kissing her ass. All the faces are like, oh, what is this crap? And it's just, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I had a friend over, and he's just like, why don't they all just beat the shit out of her? And I was like,
That's where I thought this was going at first.
You know, and then, he has no concept of heel or face or anything, and I was explaining it to him, and he had finally gotten the concept of it. Like, good guy, bad guy, he's kind of slow, I don't know. I shouldn't say that, he's my boss. But this segment got, it's like 3 seconds in this segment, he's just like, I don't know, the other woman just beat the shit out of her. And I'm like, thank you. Someone gets it.
That's pretty much what my girlfriend said the first time she watched it. Like, why the fuck don't they just beat the fuck out of that chick? I don't know. I don't know. This is why people don't start watching TNA. Because it's so fucking easy to point out the logical flaws. You have a bunch of accomplished, trained professional wrestlers. I guess the only real thing they could say is that beating her up might get them fired, but who gives a shit? You don't get paid anyways.
Yeah. You're getting paid by Sunglasses Hut.
Probably have better benefits at Sunglasses Hut. Working part-time.
Yeah.
Ouch.
More likely to get stock options.
I make more money than most of the Knockouts. I don't even have a job.
Ow.
It's 1 week in a month. I get more money than they do.
I'd probably get more money selling DVDs.
I make absolutely zero money, and I'm positive that the Knockouts make negative dollars.
You're probably right.
After all the road expenses, yeah.
Probably. So
yeah, $300, $500 an appearance, but for their appearances, they only do tapings once a month.
But they also have house shows, and they have to pay for that shit.
Oh. Yeah, but only like 2 or 3 of them go on a house show tour.
Well, if you want to make any sort of money, you have to do house shows.
No, I get you, but the way TNA does the rotations is like only 2 or 3 girls go on a house show tour.
Oh, well, that's awesome of them.
Because they just rotate them. They rotate them. They take turns.
Well, at any rate, we head back out to the ring, and basically this is the part of the show where everybody in Fortune congratulates Robert Roode on winning the Bound for Glory series and getting his championship opportunity at Bound for Glory. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm not happy that Robert Roode is, the winner of the whole thing, because I genuinely like Robert Roode. I always like Robert Roode.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but the level of circle jerk bullshit in this segment was just off the goddamn charts. It's like, everyone say half of what you said, and we will get it, and we'll get the point, and we can move the fuck along.
Yeah, this didn't need to be like a 15-minute segment about how everybody was so proud of.
Although it was funny that Christopher Daniels got booed when he referenced beating the shit out of AJ in one match. He's like, what? I did. I did.
I beat him. What can I do?
Well, we all know what happens next week, but we can't talk about that. No spoilers. TNA is not allowed to have spoilers.
No spoilers.
We don't. I know we tape a month in advance, but no spoilers. Nobody talk about it.
How dare you bring a recording device to our studios? You go home and type it up anyway.
But yeah, this dragged on forever, and it really didn't need to. And it caps off with Kurt Angle coming out, who apparently now has Hulk powers because he can book matches whenever he wants.
Well, he is the TNA champion. It worked for Sting.
Is it me, or did he use the term "I have stroke"?
Yeah.
I think so.
I have stroke in the back now, so that means I can make matches because that makes sense.
And you know what? I didn't even have a problem with Sting making matches because it's basically, hey, I got this title. You want to fight me for it? Whatever. But I don't know. This just bugs me for some reason.
You know, when other wrestling companies do heel and face turns, there's ebb and flow and build-ups, and it takes sometimes a few years before you get a face turn or a heel turn out of somebody. Then there's just time to really get to know that character, really develop it. TNA.
Fuck that.
What's convenient today?
We're gonna turn Kurt heel for no fucking reason.
Vince Russo, writes a name down, puts it on his nightstand, wakes up in the morning, and depending on which way his cock is hanging, that person on his nightstand is either heel or face.
Once again, you've given me a horrible mental image.
Oh.
Would you be surprised if it was true, though?
No.
But the gist of what Kurt says in this promo is that Robert Roode is going to have to face every member of Fortune before he faces him. And essentially, if any of the people in Fortune lay down for Robert Roode, which they're the fucking faces, why the fuck would they? Then they will get fired or get buried.
Yeah, he literally threatened to bury them.
Yeah.
Through writing.
You get buried
in the show.
If any of you lay down for him, you have to go back to the back of the line. You'll be at the bottom of the totem pole. Can't you just fire me so I can, at least I can go to FCW? I might languish there for, 15 years, but at least it'll be better than this.
At least to be getting paid. Yeah, but, no, seriously, if any of you lay down for him like the script says to, I will bury you in the script in future shows.
Yeah.
And we move on from this to Eric Bischoff telling Kurt Angle, oh, that was such a good idea you had, Kurt. Come here, I'm going to suck you off right now.
I see you got the newest chapter in my Jeff Jarrett /fic.
Oh, God damn you.
Could be worse. They could go have a three-way with Karen.
Oh, my God.
Like I said, I see you got the newest chapter in my Jeff Jarrett /fic.
I'm not lying. I just literally threw up.
It's Jeff doing everything. She's just laying there, and all Kurt's doing is choking her. He comes first, by the way.
Oh, God damn it.
This episode of DarkMatch, rated M for mature content.
I think we're beyond mature. We're senile. We're Ric Flair territory here, man.
Oh.
What? I'm walking down to the grocery store in my Speedo and my knee pads.
So, up next is the Queen
bathrobe.
Challenge opening round match. Angelina versus Velvet Sky.
Seriously calling me out right now?
Angelina versus Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky wins! Yay!
Yay!
But this
I don't care. I'm eating rice.
This match wasn't horrible.
Well, for a Velvet Sky and Angelina love match, it was better than what you would think.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It was
less emphasis on pirate hookers and more emphasis on knocking Velvet off the ring apron.
Yeah, Velvet wins, and Velvet wins.
That's the gist of the match.
Yeah.
That's about
There's
it.
a chin lock in there somewhere. Someone's in the corner. Jawbreakers.
So then,
Oh yeah, but get a load of this finisher. The BUTT. A DDT with a different name.
Is that literally what they called it on commentary?
That's what they fucking called it.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, yes. I've kind of reached the point.
I'm sorry, but that was a direct hint at the beautiful people returning and reuniting and stuff. I'm fucking pissed off now. It's spoilers from within their own goddamn show. Why would you give a former member of the beautiful people a move called the BTT if that's not what you're going for.
Anyways, Velvet wins. And then we get back to this, this kind of awkward segment where Jeff Hardy walks into AJ's locker room, and basically it's 5 fucking minutes of AJ just fucking laying into Jeff Hardy. Berating him for the mistakes he's made. And the thing about it is that it's not like AJ's fucking wrong, but I just thought it was a weird thing to waste 5 minutes on the face just bearing the fuck out of Jeff.
We've all heard
especially
of
when it's. Okay. I may think that this whole AA angle they're going with is really fucking stupid, but Jeff, maybe not in real life, but at least in terms of the story, is legitimately regretful for some of the things he's done. And he's really just trying to apologize and let them know that he realizes what he did wrong. Yet AJ's just fuck you. And now he's going to be like, oh, I'm going to berate you because, you're Jeff Hardy and people, whatever.
We've all heard of the locker room court system that they have, locker room justice. Mm-hmm. Don't let it spill over on the fucking show. Keep that the back.
Especially if you're trying to get Hardy over as a face.
Well, I can see where they're trying to build sympathy. This guy's really trying to test where he really means it. He's really got to prove himself to these guys, so he's going to work hard and everything like that. But I can't help but think that AA is just shorthand for a new stable called Angles Alliance.
I really don't care.
That was an old stable, but
whatever.
Okay, so moving on.
After this, it's time for Hulk Hogan because he has to be in at least one segment a night.
He arrives and sees Ric Flair. And Ric Flair slaps him in the mouth and says he needs to shut it. And every time he talks, the ratings go down. But that's only a compliment.
That's pretty fucking harsh.
but that's only.
Oh, I wish that actually happened. What actually happened?
That'd be fucking badass. I mean, it would be totally insane Ric Flair. So it's you totally believe it because he's fucking nuts.
What he actually says is far worse. Hulk Hogan arrives backstage, and by the way, isn't he supposed to be the fucking owner of the company? I hate that shit where fucking wrestlers just show up to the fucking building whenever the fuck they want. You have
unless there's a storyline reason for it, don't fucking do it because we know they're there.
I wish I could show up to my job half an hour late every fucking week.
Does WWE even do that anymore? I know they used to do it a lot in the 90s, but
they do it sometimes.
Well, the last time I could think of is last year's Survivor Series, right before Survivor Series, when Randy Orton was late showing up to the arena because it was snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it in TNA all the time, where they're just
see, that's different though.
So and so just arrived to the building. Really?
And that wasn't even a work.
You can get away with what they did in WWE though, because it's weather. Okay, fuck it, shit, that happens. Even if they're just lying for the show, just to give them an excuse not to be there. Don't just fucking do it for the sake of doing it, because that's I'm the boss of this company, I'm the owner, I oversee everything, I make all the decisions day to day and everything. I'm not even going to be here for the first hour and a half of a 2-hour show. Fuck whatever happens.
Okay.
And he shows up and shit's going to hell in a handbasket. Oh my god, how could this fucking happen? Well, you weren't there to run shit, you dumbass.
So Hulk Hogan arrives backstage and sees Ric Flair and says, "Brother, this is the biggest day of both of our careers."
What?
Really?
No!
90,000 in the Pontiac Silverdome. That's not the biggest day of your fucking career?
Really? WrestleMania ever.
Really? That's the biggest fucking day of your career? It's not Ric Flair versus Steamboat. It's not Hogan versus Rock. It's
a low budget arena in Orlando, Florida. That's the biggest night of your career.
I got it. Starrcade 97.
Oh.
It's not even Starrcade 97.
Exactly.
If he would have said Starrcade 97, though, that would have been really fucking funny.
God damn it.
So Sting pops up from behind, hey-oh, and puts his arms around both of them. He says, I'm going to beat Ric Flair. I'm going to get you, Hogan. Then Sting leaves.
He puts his arms like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Why didn't they just beat the fuck out of Sting at that moment?
And all they do is go,
idiots.
That guy's fucking crazy, man. He's fucking crazy.
They're idiots.
He's off his rocker. I can't believe he's so ridiculous.
So we then we go to a split screen interview segment between Mike Tenay and Taz and Crimson, who is coming to us live via satellite from Brooklyn. He's totally not
on a 2-week delay.
He's totally not, actually at the Impact Zone. There's no way he's just in a set at the Impact Zone.
They could have at least made it look like he was in his home.
Is there a palm tree behind him? Fuck.
Oh my god! And why? I thought we were just going to forget about Crimson.
At least for the Rock promos from his apartment, if he wasn't at his apartment, they still would have put random Rock shit that Rock would have in his house up around him.
Yeah. When they did remember when they did the John Cena fucking promo where he was doing his riff on the live via satellite thing?
Yeah.
It actually looked like he was at fucking home.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's clearly just a green screen, it actually looked like he was in his house.
No, that wasn't a green screen. That was an actual set.
They set up a fucking room in the backstage area. You notice they do that. Every office looks a little bit different. It might have the same, furniture and pictures and everything, but they move in. They give you a sense of continuity. They fucking take it.
Why don't you fucking try, TNA?
It takes more than a couch in an empty room with a concrete floor for me to believe, hey, this is Crimson's house.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Crimson says he's going to make Joe pay for crippling him. No one gives a shit.
If you're crippled, how the fuck are you going to do that?
He's going to... Stop it.
He's going to rub some dirt on it and tough it out.
Drink water. Walk it off.
Okay.
So our next match of the night is a submission match. Samoa Joe.
Oh, and why submission match? Russo.
Samoa Joe versus Matt Morgan.
Why are we doing this match again? We already did it at No Surrender. It was stupid then. It was stupid tonight.
If Joe had a recent history of winning by submission, I could see it. Except it's the fucking next show after a pay-per-view. Again, you could have had this match at the pay-per-view with the stipulation. You fucking cunts. Give people a reason to buy shit and spend their money, and they will.
Why?
You said you don't fucking care, and it shows.
Well, they don't need they do not fucking need our money anymore. They are sponsored by Direct Auto Insurance. God damn it!
And they will remind you constantly of the night.
The sides of the ring apron, if you can't tell that shit. Like, don't let the people at home see the advertisements. Want to make it look like this is our apron. Except they got cameras all over the damn place.
There's no pride in TNA anymore.
I can't read the apron. It's at a funny angle.
So, anyways, match was stupid. And Matt Morgan wins, of course. Whatever.
Because, Joe is a proficient submission wrestler versus...
I'm sorry. Could you say one again while I take a drink of water?
Samoa Joe won.
Samoa Joe won a match?
A submission match.
Oh, shit, I'm all wet now.
That's what she said.
Wow.
War Machine's taking on the job.
To myself during the show.
That's okay, I do that to a lot of people.
Wow.
Okay, let's move on.
Do you want the mustache on or off?
Shut up.
Wow.
Samoa Joe wins.
We're already on that. We can't get past this part. It's too fucking amazing. Jesus, how many months has it been? How many years? When's the last time Joe won a goddamn match?
I really don't know.
Since before the Bound for Glory series, which started in March.
Why is he not running with fortune?
It's been
Jurassic era? It's the Jurassic era.
6 months. 6 months.
Anyways, Kurt Angle walks into Kazarian's locker room and asks him if he's ready, because if he beats AJ, then he's the #1 contender and whatever. And then...
Wait, Kazarian still works there?
Apparently.
He hasn't done anything in at least a month.
Probably 2.
Last thing I remember, he was feuding with Abyss over the X Division title, and then they just kind of forgot about him.
Last thing I remember is that Tracy Brooks was coming to his defense, and then Tracy Brooks fucked Eric Bischoff, and then next week, spoiler warning, apparently Kazarian comes right back to Tracy Brooks' aid after she fucked Eric Bischoff.
Last I remember, he was a clown.
You ever think Kazarian just wishes sometimes that he had just stayed in the WWE? They weren't going to use him, but that he just stayed there for as long as possible.
Who the fuck was he in the WWE?
I want to say like around 2005, 2006-ish.
Ah, okay. Way back when.
Yeah.
Did he have a name?
Yeah, his name was Kazarian.
That's original. They should file a copyright.
Oh, that'd be fucked up. I think his last name is actually Kazarian, though, so.
That'd be funny shit, though.
At any rate, we get our...
It would be kind of funny.
Because then anytime they reference him on TV, like, they should copyright Frankie and Kazarian, so anytime, and like, individually, everyone's first and last name in TNA gets copyrighted by WWE. So anytime anyone talks, they have to say full names, like, I'm coming for you, Ric Flair. I'm coming for you, Steve Borden. Steve Borden, you pay attention to me. You know, the whole Bret Hart kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or he just...
Wait, what about Bret Hart and Ric Flair?
Bret Hart cannot say anyone's first name or last name. He has to say their full name. You know, Shawn Michaels. Yes, Bret Hart. Yeah, that thing. You ever seen that before?
No.
3 goals, Bret.
Anyway.
Hey, how about this match? Who gives a shit?
Before match, first we have to talk about the awkward segment where...
Oh, must we? Could they pick a direction they want to go with Jeff Hardy and then just stick with it?
They have picked a direction. You suck, man. You suck. You let me down. You let your friends down. You let Immortal down, even though I want to kill them.
You let America down.
Oh, God.
You let the Moore County Sheriff's Department down. Wait, what?
I don't even know what that means.
You let them
That
down.
was their drug bust and you held out for the feds, you son of a bitch.
They were counting on you. Counting on you. And you just let them down.
That
Stuck
rage.
Joe. Twisted in the wind. Like a paper bag.
You fucked up, Jeff Hardy. You fucked up royally.
Jeff
Look, man,
Hardy.
I'm sorry I did the drugs. I'm not talking about the drugs. Why the fuck did you get your brother hired here? Motherfucker was psycho.
Clearly. Have you seen any of his YouTube vids?
He
You let
backed
him
my
taser
car
his
7
wife.
times in 10 seconds.
You let him taser his wife. His wife.
You tasered his wife.
What's
Actually,
wrong
so-
with you? God.
She's a porn star on YouTube.
Jeff,
Wait.
why are you doing this to me?
Anyways, moving on.
No.
Yeah, let's talk about the match. It was Bobby Roode and Frank Kazarian, and
It wasn't bad.
I don't know. I think I was just completely gone by the time this happened, but yeah, it was an alright match, but
I'm gonna be
I'm
perfectly honest.
so past the point of
It's
caring.
going to be pretty good.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. By this point, I was like drifting in and out of sleep. So I would just come back in the middle of the match and then, like, fade out. And then the only thing I saw was Bobby Roode's hand being raised, and that's, like, of that match, it's the only clear thing that I remember.
Yeah.
And it sucks, because it's a good match. It's like, to get to the good stuff, you have to go through, like, 10 piles of horse shit.
It's like, yeah, you're trying to get an apple for lunch, and it's on the other side of a shit river.
Yeah, I know. Basically, the match may be good, but it's not worth it to sit through the rest of the show.
It's like by the time you get to it, you can't enjoy it because you're soaked in shit, you smell shit, you can taste the aroma.
And then you realize you have to swim back to shore.
You have to get back to the other side because that's where you left your car. And then you don't have any towels to cover the seat with. Fuck.
Piece of shit.
I hated summers in Baltimore.
I'm not from Baltimore. Why do you...
Who said anything about you? It's not always about you, motherfucker.
It is always about me.
We're going to talk about Ric Flair versus Sting.
No, we're not.
We're not there yet.
I don't want to.
Care.
I'm staying right
Just
here.
wait. Calm yourself.
I'm not going there. No. Hell no. No.
We're talking about it.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, stop.
I care.
Stop.
You stop.
Your face stops.
Stop you with an owl.
Relax.
First, we have to talk about how Kurt looks unhappy because. Then we have to talk about. We have to talk about how during the break, Kazarian's like, hey, it got physical out there, but I still like you, I still support you, and hey, I gotta ask you a personal question. Did my wife fuck Eric Bischoff? No, I think I was just imagining that. Anyways.
Was that a joke?
Yes,
I'm gonna get Jerry Lynn.
Yes, it was a joke. He didn't actually say that.
I'm completely lost right now.
Stay lost. You'll feel better for it.
And I feel hated. I just want to curl up in a hole. Any hole.
Gotcha, wow.
Could be Jeff Jarrett's hole.
Anyway, we got Jerry Lynn.
Well, we've also got Austin Aries talking about his first title defense next week.
Yeah,
whatever.
Can we just skip fucking Austin Aries?
Hey, Austin Aries is one of the few good things on this show.
I disagree, good sir. There are no good things on this show.
Well, I don't really want to talk about Jerry Lynn and Bully Ray.
All right, fine. You talk about your shit. I'll talk about my shit when it's my turn.
No, I mean, I don't want to talk about that. I do want to talk about Ric Flair versus Sting.
God damn it!
What are we talking about?
You're talking about Austin Aries.
This show is killing us. Okay, what's your problem with Austin Aries?
I don't like him.
Why?
He sucks.
Elaborate on that, please.
He blows? What the fuck do you want? I just don't like the guy. It's Rey Mysterio syndrome. He just rubs me the wrong way.
Basically, Tifa's hasn't liked him since he called us all out for streaming illegally.
Not that we do that or anything.
I mean, we don't. I'm not saying we stream illegally because we don't. You know.
He's chewing out fans for not paying to watch their shitty product, and I'm like, you got to give us something worth paying for, you fucking dick. You are not worth paying for. I'm not going to, see. Oh, Austin Aries might be at this pay-per-view tonight because it's got a shit ton of cruiserweights or whatever they're calling themselves these days. X Division guy. What the fuck? I better buy this pay-per-view now. No, it doesn't work that way. No one's paying to see you, you son of a bitch. You might not be a shitty wrestler, but you're not drawing shit yet, okay?
Yeah. I mean, really. There's just no way to... justify that type of reaction.
You realize you're just asking for a fight after the show is over with the arrow, right?
I don't care.
Hey, you can take him.
Yeah, I can't take him.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about T-Fist. Like this is.
No, he can take him.
Yeah,
dude has military training.
Where does he want to go? I need to fill up on gas. Wayne's World. All right, moving on. Come on.
Yeah.
Jerry
then we have Jerry Lynn and Bully Ray, and no one gives a shit. And
they're calling out on the show. He's not been at the show for
no, but he will. We'll get to him.
Anyway, it's time. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time. It is time for our main event.
Matlock?
What? No, not Matlock. Though I would much rather be watching Andy Griffith right now.
Perry Mason, man. That's the shit.
You know what? I went into this hearing everyone saying this match was absolutely horrible, and I started thinking, it can't be that bad.
Oh, you dumb son of a bitch.
No, that's one backlash. Backlash. I like how you're thinking, because that is one way to make sure it never fails to meet your expectations.
I mean...
What? I thought the problem was going to be Rick. No, it wasn't. It was Sting.
Sting pretty much sat down and pulled a fucking Brian Kendrick meditating in the ring.
Oh, something. God damn it.
I'm just here. I'm fucking here. I don't give a shit.
He no-sells the flare chops. He no-sells a low blow, done right in front of the ref, by the way. He no-sells being thrown into the barricade, and he no-sold brass knucks.
Dude, he has to no-sell everything because he no-sold a chair shot from Hulk Hogan last week.
Well, yeah, but that's Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
By the way,
if you no-sell from Hulk Hogan, you can no-sell anything.
Ric Flair looked like he was going to die in this fucking match.
You know what was interesting? Ric Flair looked like he was going to melt at some point. And Sting was actually melting if you kept track of his face paint.
But Ric Flair was not looking good out there.
You know what I bet it was? I bet before the match they got together and they're like, woo, we're going to tear this one down, brother. We're going to tear it down. Woo, woo. I borrow $50,000.
It looked to me like they were honestly trying to... It looked to me like they were trying to do some of their old 80s and 90s spots. But
hey, that's what's different between now and then.
Then was 20 years ago.
Your ability to move.
Because that thing where Ric Flair, that Backlash, that was I think that was supposed to be a callback to the first match those two ever had, where Ric Flair chops Sting, and Sting no-sells it, and he chops him, and then Sting comes out of the corner and beats on his chest. Like, that's an old spot. But it just...
No, except without the hyping that kind of shit up and, like, reminding people of that old match, which they can't legally do, because somebody else owns that library.
Yep.
Oh! All you're doing is making two of your top stars look like shit by being lazy with each other.
I mean, the only thing Sting really sold throughout the thing was the figure 4, and he didn't sell it for long.
Even though he sold it, Ric Flair, by that point in the match, just looked dead. Ric Flair's got to die in the goddamn ring. I'm not even joking.
Oh, no.
I wasn't
joking either when I was talking about it earlier. He is going to die in the ring, and there's not a single goddamn thing anyone's going to do about it. Because, in all honesty, nobody cares. I mean, none of his family cares.
I don't think that's true, because
I don't think they have the money to show that they care.
Well, Triple H he did an interview about a bunch of things, and someone asked him about Ric Flair, and what Triple H basically said is that Rick does not know when to stop. It's not even a money thing. Well, that's part of it, but Rick just doesn't know when to fucking quit. He doesn't want to stop wrestling. Part of it's because he can't do anything, and he needs the money, which, if that's the case, then why the fuck didn't he just stay in the WWE and live fat off
Because
fucking...
they forced him into retirement. He didn't want to just do that ambassador shit. He wanted to wrestle.
He was making money for fucking doing nothing.
But not near as much as his pay-per-view paydays.
Right, because TNA... I sincerely doubt TNA is paying him more than WWE was paying him. Not much more.
Probably more than he was making as an ambassador for WWE.
Not more with fucking merchandising and DVD sales and all that shit.
He's still getting all that merchandising shit.
But I don't know what he's gonna fucking die in the ring, and it's not even fucking funny. He's gonna fucking drop.
Well, Triple H also said that, he still feels like in his mind it's still early 80s and he's still in his prime. He doesn't know. He really does not understand that, dude. No, you can't.
It's baffling that he keeps... Rick, you don't have to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, you got nothing to prove, dude. Especially not in a podunk company like TNA.
He's gonna fucking kill himself in the ring. And it's gonna be the saddest fucking day ever. But it's also gonna be that day where we say we all knew that was gonna happen.
No one's gonna be surprised. People will be sad. No one will be surprised.
We're all gonna say to ourselves, wouldn't it be nice if he had just died peacefully and that last match at WrestleMania had really been his last fucking match? We're all gonna fucking say that, and he's gonna be fucking dead.
I'm surprised he didn't die tonight. A 63-year-old man should not be taking a superplex.
Oh, that's...
I'm 24, and I shouldn't be taking that superplex.
That spot pissed me the fuck off, because I was like, there was no fucking reason for that spot. Why would you even call that spot? You don't have to do that. What's the point? What's the fucking point?
Sting, you don't need to beat him by doing that shit. All you gotta do is, kick him a few times, tell him they canceled, I don't know, Happy Days, whatever old people used to watch, and say they ran out of booze in the backstage area. And he will fucking fall to the ground crying.
God damn it. Anyways, the end of this the fucking finish of this match is fucking Gunner. Ugh.
No,
I wasn't pissed off enough.
It was all of Immortal.
Gunner was the first one in the ring, though.
Well, Jeff Jarrett was there, too, but nobody really gives a shit about him anymore.
He doesn't even give a shit about him. He just shows up. He's like, here. Okay, I'm going back now.
I give a shit about Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, there's 3 guys jumping in the ring.
Dude, you giving a shit about Jeff Jarrett is a whole new level of creepy, okay?
There's 3 guys in the ring who are not supposed to be there. And you don't call a DQ?
What the fuck?
I mean,
oh yeah,
blow.
Who's the ref?
Who's the ref? No fucks given.
That freaking low blow was one thing. That Earl Hebner was looking right at him when they did that. It wasn't even a no DQ match, I don't think. They didn't announce that it was.
If this wrestling thing doesn't work out, Earl Hebner could really go do ref jobs for the NCAA.
I think he'd be better at the NFL.
Maybe NHL.
Yeah.
Hey, keep him out of the fucking hockey rink.
Hey, next time Calgary and Tampa Bay play each other, man. Oh.
So...
It was in! Fuck you.
So we get Mr. Anderson coming out to make the save.
Fuck!
I don't want to see him.
There was no disqualification at any time of the shit.
Who cares?
Anderson makes the save.
Why?
Fucking Sting drops Flair with the Scorpion Death Drop and then locks in the fucking sharpshooter. Ric Flair taps, Sting's the winner.
I don't care anymore. I really don't. I stopped caring so long ago. And, had I not said, rightfully so, that the Redskins are the worst football team ever.
Fuck you, we're 1-0! Oh, God.
Hey.
You just want to be on TNA shows forever. I'm going to let you do this show by your fucking self.
Whoa. Hey. Calm down, No Leaf. It's not like you insulted your beloved Ravens or anything.
I'm not from Baltimore.
Oh my God! What the hell are we doing? We just don't want to talk about this show anymore.
Talk about it. It's over. They fucking ran down, chased him off, and Sting gets the
Sting wins.
TNA sucks. End of story.
Ken Anderson's a douche.
Ugh.
God damn it.
So,
By the way, the Seahawks are 3-0, so suck it.
The Seahawks are 0-1. The fuck are you talking about?
Since when?
Since last week was week 1, you fucking dumbass.
Oh, wait, I'm counting preseason. Never mind, you're right. Whatever, fuck off. All of you. All of you!
you know,
Started, yay.
it's times like this that I just want to find a nice little hole in the earth and just crawl into it and forget that TNA exists. Any
I'm
hole will
curled up
do,
in my
really.
bed if anyone would like to know.
If you crawl in there, let Eric Young. He can come back
Personally-
anytime he's ready.
Personally,
Read me
I'd
a
like
story,
to
no leaf.
Ayo!
Read me a story, No Leaf.
I've got a story. Here's a story of what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh, nice segue.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Things that should have caused a DQ got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
That covers a lot of territory, man. Thank you for fucking stealing everything.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that covers
Catch all
quite a lot of ground.
motherfucker.
God damn it, Backlash.
People not understanding what they're doing to Ric Flair gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Tracy Brooks, ironically, being a bigger whore on screen than Karen Jarrett is off screen.
That was a good one.
Nicely done, Tiefus. Nicely done.
Thank you. My triumph
Nicely done.
to the game.
Redskins, worst football team ever, gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I'm gonna make you do this show by yourself. It's gonna be the Impact Wrestling show starring War Machine every fucking week until TNA die.
Hey. You can have 2 co-stars. An Owl and Justin from Turbo Rangers.
Oh, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. Oh. I'm just gonna play GoldenEye while I'm supposed to be recording the show.
And with that, this has been the Dark Match. I am Backlash, and I need a drink. God damn this show.
I'm
This is
Mr.
Tiefus,
War
and I'm
Machine.
still in the danger zone!
I'm Mr. War Machine, and fuck the Redskins.
I'm No Leaf Clover, and after the show is done, I'm gonna fucking kill War Machine. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him
Fuck
dead.
Baltimore.
And I'm not even gonna feel bad about it. I'm gonna kill Tiefus too.
Go
Good night.
Ravens!
Good night, and good luck, everybody.
Caw, caw.
Fucking hate you.
I got